Yo, what is up, people? It's me, JL Ranger on YouTube. Today, we are going to be doing what Danny does. Makes videos about Unity, Among Us, and everything else. I'm going to do a similar thing like that, but it's on Scratch. Let's go. This is going to be a new series now. I've been really interested in this for a while, so let's get started on to the video.
So I went on to scratch.mit.edu and then I went to go create a new account. Even though I already had one, I had to go create another one that was made only for games. As you can see right there, I can't show my password, by the way, illegal. And I can't show you where I live because that's also illegal. We just got started into creating that thing. Then I just started to go create my first project, and then we started off with Bean. Then I have to go give this bean an arm and another arm, and then I had to go add in a little bit of code to it, and then bada bang bada bop, now he's spinning in circles. Okay, so the player was spinning a bit too slow and not enough degrees, but now I fixed it. I also got that thing to move forward, and now what is wrong with him? So I played around with him a little bit, and turns out I actually need to go change the direction where he was facing to actually make him turn the right way. And now he works just fine. Then eventually I got to put a face on this little bee. Now he looks pretty happy, and we're gonna change him up a little bit. Then I started to go work on the backdrop a little bit. I added in some grass, put in some movement to give it the illusion that the player is actually moving when in reality he's not. And then there's the backdrop, not complete yet, and also there is most definitely nothing suspicious here. I am definitely being truthful. So after deleting that weird horrifying creature you saw there in the backdrop, I actually changed up the backdrop a little bit. I tried to figure out how to get the player movement to be cooler when rotating it, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work until finally, after almost a whole hour, I got to do a really cool effect when it turns. So yeah, enjoy. Also, every player in every video game has gotta have a hat on, especially my character, so it could look like it's an army, because since this is a Royale game, you gotta have a hat on, so you gotta look cool. You gotta look pretty sick. You gotta look really cool.
I added in some cool effects, and then added in this, and that, and then there we go. The player runs around smoothly. Now, is it me, or is this player looking kinda thick?
And eventually I had the players be able to walk around, but then the problem was that when I created the trees, the player couldn't walk above the trees, which was a problem because I want the player to be able to hide a little bit. So I made the trees a sprite so the player could walk underneath them and not get seen by the person who's playing the game. And then it got fixed. Boom, that bada bing bada bop, there it goes, boy. But then the trees needed some sound, so I went to the sound library on Scratch, and then I found this sound. And I did a bit of editing on it, and then here's the results. But when I tried to go program the sound into the trees, for some reason it didn't really work, so it made a really creepy sound. So one of the blocks was the incorrect block, so I replaced it with a different sound block that actually made it work, with another block that actually helped it out. Boom. So since the crate that I told you about earlier was already a part of the backdrop, I made it into a separate sprite so the player can actually collect it instead of it just being a decoration. Eventually I also made this little icon that pops up every time you touch it that says E to equip. Then I took a break and was just listening to Danny reacting to bad mobile games.
This ad is looking kinda sus.
And then I went back to work. I still had a lot of trouble with it. I was still getting a bit stressed out, but eventually I was able to go get the icon to go pop up eventually.